Good morning. It's so good to be with you today. I'm going to talk about two different scripture passages. They're both part of the lectionary series. And the first one is our gospel lesson. In Matthew chapter 20, we hear about a parable where a worker goes and hires day laborers to work in his field for him. And some of them work the full day, some of them work half the day, and some of them work just a small portion of the day. But at the end of the day, he pays all of them the same amount. Well, you can imagine that there's some grumbling and complaining that happen as a result of that apparent discrepancy. Well, that's going to be Hale's scripture text for his sermon on Sunday, so I don't want to give away too much there, but instead I want us to jump to the Old Testament passage, Exodus chapter 16. We pick back up with the Israelites who have escaped the Egyptian army. They have fled from slavery and they are now wandering in the desert. You can imagine there's not a lot of food for them to eat in the desert. They are hungry and they start grumbling and complaining. You see this connection here between the Old and the New Testament passages. Well, they grumble so much and complain so much that they start saying, life was better in Egypt when they were in slavery. But it was stable, it was reliable, their basic needs were being met, they had food to eat. And they start saying, why did you even take us out of Egypt to wander in the desert where we're so hungry we think we might starve to death? And so Moses and Aaron say, gosh, don't complain to us, we're following God's commands. Let's talk to God about this. And they do. And God answers them. God hears them. God provides for them in such a unique way. God provides the substance of manna every day. We don't even understand really what manna was, but it was a substance that was able to fill them and to provide the nutrients that they needed for years as they wandered through the desert. Well, I love this verse that's in Exodus chapter 16. It says, draw near to the Lord, for he has heard your complaining. Now that seems like an unexpected verse for us to hear. We talk about praising God, we talk about worshiping God, but it's so reassuring to me that God hears even our complaining. I complain every once in a while, but truthfully, when we complain, it's the raw emotion of who we are. It's the raw emotion of our heart that we're revealing. And isn't it reassuring to know that God hears that and God cares for us? Well, I know the last 6 months have been really hard in so many ways. We've had to give up so many of the things that we enjoy doing. We haven't been able to gather with friends the way we like to be able to do. It feels lonely. We're separated from other people. And I want you to know that whatever experience you're having right now, it's okay for you to cry out to God with a little grumbling and complaining. And just know that as you draw near to God, He does hear that cry of your heart. And He will answer that. He will care for you in maybe a very unexpected way, but He hears you and He cares for you and He will provide for your needs. I hope you have a great day today, filled with God's love.